All right, I'm going to give you 3 tips based off this pyramid of wealth. This is something I wish they had taught me in school, but everything you need to know about money pretty much is right here. There's 5 levels, and I'm going to show you these levels, and then I'm going to show you 3 ways that you can move up the pyramid of wealth. And remember, I'm not just talking about money. I'm talking about living an abundant life, a life that you're doing the things you want to do. You don't feel the pressures that most people feel. You have free time. You have time to enjoy, create. Your social life is growing. Your bank account is growing. Your health is improving. All those things that everybody wants are based off this basic pyramid and the 3 ways, the 3 free tips I'm going to give you to move up. Well, the first one is debt. This is when you're behind. Most people in the world end up here. I ended up here. But if you pay attention to this video, in just the next few minutes, I'm going to show you that you don't have to stay here. Now, the level right above this isn't that much better either. The level right above this is scarcity. And it's interesting. I showed somebody this pyramid not too long ago, and they're like, Ty, you won't believe what happened in my life. I used to be making, she was a friend of mine, and she was working at a Korean restaurant here in Beverly Hills. And I think she was making 10 or 11 bucks an hour. And she started using these 3 principles that I'm about to give you. And she saw her life go up. She's making, she said, 65 bucks an hour doing what she likes. And she's getting twice the pay or more than twice the pay in half the time. So I'll show you how you can be a success story, hopefully. Now, I can't guarantee you're going to have the exact same success as hers, but I'll tell you this. I've shown this to millions of people, and every single day I'm bombarded with people saying, this changed my life, this changed my life, this changed my life. So pay attention. I'm not going to keep this video up for long. If you know me, I like to test lots of things. I like to find a group of people that's like-minded. So I'll put a video up like this, keep it up for a little while. So if you snooze, you lose. You might lose out on what I'm about to say. Debt and then scarcity. These 2 levels of the pyramid are where most people operate in all areas of their life. Health-wise, they're overweight, they're not feeling good. Wealth-wise, the average person comes out of college, tremendous amount of debt now. You see this all over the news. And then social life. People don't like their life, man. They don't like the people they're around. They're being around low-quality people. And then, of course, happiness. I read somewhere where like 20% of people are now on medication, and 30 to 50% of people are lonely, depressed, have anxiety attacks. And that's these 2 levels. Now, if you look at these financially, obviously debt is when you're 0, below 0. Scarcity, though, there was a Nobel Prize winning economist, Daniel Kahneman, who did research, I think it was at Princeton University. Him and his team found that scarcity is under $72,000 a year. You can Google it. There's a famous article. And most people are below that. Now, what I'm showing you today, these 3 tips, is not just about money, but it certainly needs to apply to money, because to get the good life, to get what you want, you're going to have health, wealth, love, and happiness all working in your favor. If you feel like you're here, I got good news and bad news. The good news is I've been in these stages, and there's a way out. You can recover. You can rise up. The bad news the billionaire Warren Buffett gave when he said, be careful of getting too far behind. Be careful of procrastinating and letting yourself stay here, because he says sometimes the chains of habit become, they're too weak to be felt until they're too strong to be broken. Meaning sometimes you're here and you're like, well, life's not going that well for me, but I'll recover. But he said they're like chains. You don't feel them at first. They're like addictions and habits, procrastination, not knowing how to motivate yourself, not really pushing yourself to your maximum potential. He said the next thing you know, those chains lock up and you can hardly get them off. And you see that financially. Sometimes you get too much in debt. You get too far behind. I saw this even in my family. Somebody who said, oh, tomorrow I'll learn to do this. So pay attention today. Life is always at a crossroads. I hope today will be a crossroads. You'll look back at some point in your life and say, I had enough pain, Now's the time to move above these. And what's above these is the third level in the pyramid. And this is what I call healthy stage. This is where you wake up, you feel good. You're not necessarily a millionaire, a billionaire. You're not necessarily, ripped and have a six-pack, but you feel the momentum starting to go in your direction. All right? You got to get here at the minimum. And then above this, there's prosperity. Prosperity is the level that not only are you doing well, you feeling good, but you're getting ahead. Like in your bank account, here is where you're paying all the bills. You don't have too much stress every day. The first of the month comes around, you're covered, you're good, you're healthy. Prosperity is when not only you're doing that, but you're starting to get ahead. Bank account's starting to go up. Body's starting to recover and feel better. Your social life, you're winning friends and influencing people. Your happiness, not only do you feel good, but you feel amazing. And the last level here is what I call wealth and impact. And this is where you change the world. You see this with famous philanthropists and Bill Gates starting the Bill Gates Foundation and all. At some point, you get so far ahead that you can have impact on the world. You can really change the world. And I'll tell you, my life at one point was a nightmare. And a lot of people see me now and they're like, okay, Ty, you've got this and that, and you've got cool cars and a cool lifestyle. And remember, it's not about that. It's not about who has the most money. It's not about who has the most Ferraris and Lamborghinis. Those are cool. I love having Ferraris and Lamborghinis, but I always keep my priorities straight. I want to have a good life. I want to have a life that feels like heaven on earth. I want to wake up every day and every day is optimized. I'm not waiting for a vacation. I'm not waiting, oh, thank God it's Friday. A lot of people, thank God it's Friday. Well, what about Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday? If you don't like those days, you don't like your life.